So for the longest time, when you thought about online shopping in India, I
Yeah.
mean, it was Amazon,
Pretty
right?
much synonymous, yeah.
Exactly. They were, well, the undisputed champions. Huge selection, great prices, delivery that felt unbeatable. It really seemed like their dominance was just solid.
Completely unshakable, or so it
But
seems.
things are changing. Beneath that surface, there were these two, let's call them currents, gaining some serious momentum. And they could honestly reshape everything.
You're talking about direct-to-consumer brands, D2C.
Right, D2C,
No.
and also quick commerce, super fast delivery
Two
guys.
major disruptors, definitely.
Okay, so let's try and unpack this today. The mission, really, is to figure out how these two forces aren't just, taking small bites out of Amazon's share, but maybe actually changing the rules of the game for everyone online. And importantly, what that might mean for you, the consumer.
It's a fascinating transformation, no doubt about it.
I agree. And maybe let's start with D2C,
Hmm.
because that's where it gets really interesting, this huge surge in brands selling directly.
It's quite remarkable, actually, the speed of it.
How fast are we talking?
Well, look at the numbers. Just maybe 5 years back, D2C was, what, 2 or 3% of India's online retail?
Tiny, almost a rounding error.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing estimates of 10, maybe even 15%.
Wow, okay, that's significant.
And that's 10 to 15% of a market now valued at around $70 to $75 billion. So yeah, it's a monumental leap, a really big deal in a short time.
So what's fueling this? I mean, what's the perfect storm making DTC take off like this right now?
It's really a combination of things aligning. First, the technology. It's just so much easier and cheaper now for brands to build their own online stores, their own e-commerce platforms.
Right, you don't need a massive IT department anymore.
Not at all. Second, you've got changing consumer tastes. People are actively looking for, unique stuff, personalized experiences, maybe a more authentic connection with the brands they buy from, something marketplaces don't always deliver.
That makes sense. Less
Yeah.
generic.
Exactly. And third, the brands themselves, they want more control. Control over the customer relationship, definitely, but also crucially, control over customer data. They want that direct link.
Owning the relationship, not just renting it from a marketplace.
Precisely. Building loyalty that lasts beyond just one click.
Can you give us some examples? Like, who's really nailing this DTC thing in India?
Oh, sure, there are some great ones. Think about Mama Earth in beauty and personal care,
Heard of them.
or Boat in electronics, headphones, speakers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
And Licious delivering fresh meat. These brands haven't just, popped up. They've worked really hard to build strong identities, loyal followings.
What's their playbook?
It's about direct engagement, using social media really well, influencer marketing, talking directly to customers, personalizing communication. They've basically bypassed the old channels, even the big online marketplaces to some extent.
Building their own community.
Exactly. And their success is kind of proving the model works, inspiring others to try it too.
So let's connect the dots then. How does this really challenge Amazon? Because Amazon still has that massive reach, that huge customer base.
It challenges them on several fronts, actually, strategically. First, think about customer experience.
Okay.
On Amazon, a brand stuck with Amazon's look and feel, their rules.
Right, it's Amazon's world.
With DTC, the brand controls everything. Website design, how they talk to you after you buy, the whole package, and that control extends to customer data.
Ah, the data aspect again.
Yeah, it's huge. DTC brands collect it, analyze it, use it directly. That means much more personalized offers, better marketing, things Amazon, as an aggregator, finds harder to do at that brand-specific level. It's like building a defensive moat,
A moat based on loyalty and data.
Yes. Turning transactional buyers into real brand fans, that's a strategic threat because it could make Amazon lack attractive for premium brands over time.
And financially. Is there an edge there too?
Oh, absolutely. A big one. They cut out the middleman in the marketplace, so they avoid those commissions.
Which can be pretty steep,
Yeah.
right?
They can be, yeah, often 20, maybe even 30%, depending on the category.
Wow.
So cutting that out massively boosts their profit margins. They can then reinvest that money, maybe in product development, marketing, or even offer you, the consumer, slightly better prices.
So better margins, direct customer relationships, more control. It's a compelling package for a brand.
Definitely. And that direct communication, exclusive offers, personalized service, it all builds that loyalty, that community. Customers become advocates. That's a real challenge to Amazon's whole model, which is built on being the intermediary.
Okay, that's a really clear picture of the D2C challenge. But let's pivot now. While D2C is changing who sells, There's this other force changing how fast things get to you. Quick commerce.
Ah, yes, the 10-minute delivery revolution.
Exactly. Delivering essentials, groceries, and increasingly, well, almost anything in 10, 20, 30 minutes. The appeal is obvious speed.
It is, but what's fascinating here, I think, is how it's fundamentally rewiring consumer behavior.
How so?
It's pushing us towards more frequent, smaller, more spontaneous buys, especially in cities. It's not just about getting your milk faster, it's changing the rhythm of shopping itself.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself. It's almost too easy sometimes. And it's not just about, like, a forgotten onion anymore, is it? They're expanding into some pretty surprising areas.
Oh, absolutely. That's the really bold move. They started with groceries, essentials, small stuff, but now Q-commerce players are pushing into clothing, electronics,
Seriously, electronics in 30 minutes.
and even white goods, refrigerators, air conditioners.
Wait, hang on. A fridge delivered in, what, an hour? How is that even possible?
Highly efficient logistics, hyper-local warehouses or dark stores, and, crucially, a shift in consumer mindset. People are actually becoming comfortable making these bigger purchases, expecting almost instant delivery.
Who are the main players making this happen?
You've got major names like Swiggy, Instamart, Zepto, Blinkit. They're really leading this charge.
Okay, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fridge thing. The logistics must be insane. But connecting this back to Amazon, how does this quick commerce boom challenge them directly? Amazon built its reputation on fast delivery, even same day.
It hits them in a few ways. First, that 10-30-minute window, it just sets a completely new benchmark for speed.
Makes same day feel slow.
Exactly, which not long ago felt revolutionary. So consumer expectations are being actively reshaped almost instantly. Second, it chips away at Amazon's traditional strength in bulk buying. Well, if you can get anything you need on demand almost immediately, why stockpile? Why do that big weekly or monthly shop on Amazon? The incentive for bulk buying diminishes.
That makes sense. More top-up shops, fewer big hauls.
Right. Third, and this is maybe the most direct challenge, is that expansion into bigger items. Delivering a fridge or an AC in hours. That directly eats into territory Amazon considered its own, where waiting a day or two was the norm.
It tackles the waiting time advantage Amazon had for big purchases.
Precisely. The aha moment here isn't just getting milk fast, it's that quick commerce is lowering the psychological barrier for impulse buys on big things. It's making people treat buying a washing machine like grabbing a pint of ice cream. It's a huge shift.
Almost irrational, but happening.
And finally, there's the hyper-local angle. Q-commerce players are deeply embedded in neighborhoods, they stock local brands, they understand local preferences, and they offer that ultra-fast delivery. It creates a very tailored, relevant experience that's hard for a global giant like Amazon to replicate everywhere.
That's a really powerful combination. Speed, convenience, local relevance. It does raise a question, though. If you can get almost anything in minutes, does quick commerce just become the default? The first place you look for almost everything?
It certainly has the potential to become that first shopping impulse for a whole range of needs, yeah.
And are there downsides? Does this constant instant gratification maybe make us, I don't know, less patient? Does it create an expectation that's maybe not sustainable long term?
That's a valid concern. The pressure on logistics, on delivery riders, on environmental sustainability, it's immense. But right now, the consumer demand for that speed is undeniably shaping the market. If it's available in minutes, the question many ask is, why wait?
Yeah, why wait indeed? Okay, so summing this up, we've got these two really powerful forces, D2C brands offering direct relationships and unique products, and quick commerce offering unprecedented speed and convenience. Both are actively reshaping India's e-commerce scene.
They really are carving out significant space and, crucially, changing what consumers expect.
So what does this all ultimately mean for the giant, for Amazon?
Well, it means they can't just rely on their old playbook anymore. It's not just about having the biggest selection or the lowest price, though those still matter. Now they absolutely have to compete fiercely on speed, on hyperlocal convenience, on maybe fostering different kinds of relationships with brands and customers. The game has fundamentally changed.
The bar has been raised significantly.
For everyone involved, yes.
And maybe a final thought for you listening in. As we watch this rapid evolution unfold in India, what does it signal for the future of online shopping everywhere else? Are we seeing the blueprint for how we'll all shop globally? Will this demand for instant gratification, for personalized direct experiences, just become the new standard no matter where we live?